everybody, and welcome back to Plot Unknown. My name is Luke.
My name is also Luke.
And you're listening to the
Plot
best
Unknown.
film podcast that's hosted by two idiots who don't know anything about movies.
Okay, I will, yeah. That's a good one.
Okay.
Yeah. Because what other movie podcast you know that isn't hosted by two idiots? You know?
I don't know. Everybody's smarter than us.
Everybody's smarter
and, you
than
know,
us.
that's,
Everybody knows more than us.
That's just something that we got to deal with.
Yeah, and it's fine. I mean, we're
in a
not
niche.
we're a niche, and we never said that we were professionals.
That actually, it's the opposite. We've always been very upfront about
How
the
stupid we
opposite
are.
of that.
Yeah, exactly. So.
This week on Plot Unknown, we watched Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Yeah, boy. The third guy.
Would you like to tell us your plot and not pull the mixer off for
gonna be like
almost
my
the third time?
Third time pulling the mixer off. Yeah. Okay. So, just another little rundown. We're 4 episodes in. Luke has made the theme of this season, and I am the one that's writing all the plots. So the theme of the season, if you haven't noticed yet, is aliens. Did you know that NASA declassified some aliens shit?
Yeah, that was like a month ago.
I know. I was trying to be relatable. Also, it was UFOs. And you know what UFOs mean? Unidentified flying objects. It has nothing to do with aliens. That's what all the losers say. Okay, ready for my plot?
Good fucking lord.
What? It's true. Okay. And scene. Life was normal in a simple coastal town. That was until strange things started happening. Close Encounters focuses on a family who was continuously having paranormal experiences, or so they thought. Lights would flicker, doors would open and close, and they constantly felt like they were being watched. One day, however, a strange fog fell across this coastal town, and with that fog brought an unidentified flying object. The UFO hovered above the city, and the family then knew they weren't dealing with the paranormal, but the abnormal. Aliens! That's exactly what I wrote.
Honestly, that's not that bad.
It's not. I have seen one scene from this movie prior to me watching the full movie.
And it's the famous scene.
It's the famous scene. It's the one where the little boy walks up to the freaking the door and opens it, and it's just this big old red light. And yeah, that scene. So I had, no idea what was and the beeps, the beep, whatever the freaking tone is. That's all I knew. But I think this is like vaguely similar.
Yeah, I mean the paranormal stuff, no, right?
Yes, it does.
How?
At literally the beginning of the movie, everything in the house starts like turning on,
I
and
don't
like
think it's paranormal though.
but it's still like they don't think
it's ghosties.
Did I ever say ghosts? Did I ever say
You
ghosts?
imply it by saying
I
paranormal.
did not. Yes, I did. But so what? They don't know what's going on either.
And that's fair, but you're making it seem like I'm trying to tell you that you had a really bad plot. I said it was a good plot.
I didn't say anything like
I think
that.
the best part is you mentioning the fog and
Whatever.
yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm just trying to give you a compliment. You know what?
You didn't
got
give
an
me a
F.
compliment.
You got an F.
You fought me.
You got an F.
I think that the paranormal part, I can't say paranormal part was like pretty good because all the weird shit starts happening. Like
Right.
all the freaking doors start getting unhinged and things start suckarooing off, and then all the toys and stuff are moving around.
Will you take a C?
I'll take a C.
Okay, cool. You got a C.
Okay, I wanted to go further with this because I had like a lot of stuff on my mind, but I didn't want it to be too long. That's why the end is just like stupid, abnormal,
Right.
aliens. But I don't know. I don't know what's going on in this movie. That's why I wrote the plot, because I didn't know it. That's why it's called Plot Unknown.
Thank you.
Just so you guys know.
Do you want to get into the movie now?
Yeah. Do you have anything else to say about my shitty plot, Luke?
No, it's a C. It's average. It's
All right.
average. What?
I was just gonna say, I looked down and I realized that I had yellow hair.
Okay, so the movie. Your head looks like one of the aliens, or not the aliens, the ships with the lights, because it's so bright. Cut it.
Just cut that whole part.
Yeah, so let's get into the film, huh?
I hate you. Genuinely, I hate you.
We watched this 2 nights ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we let it sit. We're a week ahead, which is surprising.
This is the first time in the show we've been on the dot with this shit.
So we have like some days to let it sit and sink in.
Yeah.
I loved this movie.
I did too. Yeah.
Oh God. It's everything that I've been wanting in an alien movie. That's
Is this like the culmination of this entire season for you?
What do you mean?
Like, is it has this season been building up to this point?
Yes,
I think we should have
so.
done this last, is what you're telling me.
Probably, yeah. Because like it's everything that I wanted in an alien movie. Genuinely, like it's like this like town of people that get together to like, you know, see this strange stuff happening, and then the government's trying to hide it from everybody, and then two people sneak into this like little like army base to, you know, see these aliens, and the aliens look like how aliens classically
They look like Greys.
Yeah, exactly. They're like little tiny like fucking bodies.
Little green men.
Little gray men. They got the long fingies, and they're like just, I just love it. Like, and obviously, like, I was gonna say what aliens have always looked like, but no one knows what an alien looks like. That is literally just what everybody like has pictured an alien to be. You know, like the like skinny, long
Fat
legs, freaking triangular head, fat forehead.
Triangular head?
Well, not
You
triangular.
mean like oval?
Cone shaped.
It's
No.
not a cone. I don't think you know what these shapes are.
Why are you being mean to me?
I'm not being mean to you. You're saying triangle or cone. It's not. It's this.
But their chin is pointy. It's not like I'm not talking like a literal triangle, like all points, like 3 points. I'm just saying like it's got like a dome head and then like a pointy face.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now that you elaborated on it.
You understand now?
Got it.
Great, thank
Got
you.
it. You do know your shapes. That's my fault. That's my fault.
You're such an asshole. Anyway, I'm gonna fight you.
Yeah, I love this movie too. I think it's what I was telling you when we first watched this was that I think the first third of this movie flies by and goes very quickly. Which is
surprising.
Because nothing happens.
Nothing happens. No, because it's like them in the desert.
Yeah.
That shit's so cool too. Oh my God. How like all these things that have been missing for years, like upwards of like what 20, 30 years, are now coming back in like random parts of the world because they were like abducted by the aliens and now they're being put back. Mm-hmm. So the first scene is them going to a desert in Mexico and finding these planes, these like aircrafts from World War II. Yeah. And obviously like none of the pilots have been found, but all of the crafts have been found. They've just been placed there. And they're all in
like pristine condition.
Yeah, like exactly how they were left. And what was it, like 1946? That's nutty, and that's such a cool idea too. So that's how it starts off, and I think that's what, like, even though nothing really happens, it ropes you in because you're like, what's happening?
Yeah, I think so. I think that you get a little taste right when in that scene, and then you go to I think it's the very next scene where it's the flight control, and you're watching this sequence of this dude like trying to figure out what is going on, and I mean that was a terrible description of that scene, but it's so good. It's so good, and so it feels almost so genuine.
Well, it's two what, like, flight instructors, like,
well, it's not flight instructors. It's two pilots, and then the fucking whole ATC coming and watching what's going on.
Yeah, because they see something on the they see something, and the people see something on the radar, and it just kind of goes away.
Yeah,
and they're like, do you want to classify this as a UFO? And they're like, no, probably not.
Yeah,
which is dumb.
To me, it seemed like there was, like, in the length of the pauses before their responses and all that, it seemed like there was some stigma against reporting a UFO.
Oh, definitely.
Did you get that?
Yeah, well, there's stigma now. Like, in 2020, there's still stigma. Like, that's like going back to what I was talking about with like how NASA just was it NASA? No, it was the CIA.
I don't know.
Somebody declassified those UFO videos from 2017, where like pilots caught a UFO on their, like, it was Navy. They caught, this all might be wrong, but they caught like UFOs on their radar, and they took videos of it and everything. And like whoever the fuck it was it the CIA? They like were trying to like what's the word I'm looking for? They're trying to, are you texting right now?
No, I was looking stuff up.
Oh, the CIA or whoever the fuck was trying to like tell the general public that they were like lying, that it wasn't true, like all of it was faked, blah blah blah. And so like how when these pilots have seen this shit happen and then they get called liars, it sucks. And like they just think you're just trying to like stir up controversy and trying to like create a conspiracy or something. But no, they saw something that they couldn't explain, and there shouldn't be a stigma around that. Because there's like from the people that this is probably like a fake thing, but you know, all the people that have come out of like Area 51 and everything and have said what they have seen, but they get categorized as like they're crazy, like they're nuts. Okay.
No, I'm listening to you. I was listening.
There's a stigma around
I agree.
Trying to like think UFOs or trying to say they saw a UFO, especially if they're like important people, like, you know, pilots and people in the Navy and stuff. Yeah.
I think in all of the 1.5 seasons that we've done of this show, that was your most impassioned rant. was talking about the stigma against reporting UFOs.
Well, because like I don't know, I've always been really passionate about stuff that
by aliens.
Well, not even that, but like Bigfoot and shit too. Like, like
cryptids and shit.
Yeah, cryptids. Yeah. I mean, that's something I've always been interested in, and it like I don't know, people think they see stuff, and maybe if they don't, that's fine. But if you think you see, it's the same thing with ghosts, the paranormal. Like that's why, like I'm sure like a bunch of the shit, like the shows and stuff, are faked. But like when you literally make your career off of trying to find proof of something and you just get shit on, like that sucks. You've spent like your whole career and all this money trying to find some proof, and this is for like the real people, you know, because they like capitalize off of those shows and shit.
This is for the real people.
No, but I'm serious.
This is for the real ones.
All those shows like Finding Bigfoot and shit are all fake, and I'm sure I love Ghost Hunters. No, I love Ghost Adventures, but I'm sure it's all fake. Sorry, Zach Baggins. But, you know, the people that are actually out there trying to prove this shit that's been a mystery for fucking forever, I just want some damn proof. Somebody give me some fucking proof.
If you have proof of aliens, please email us.
Please email us.
At plotunknown@gmail.com.
Tell us your stories. Ghosts. Have you seen Bigfoot? Mothman? The Chupacabra?
Bigfoot. Where is he? How big are his feet? We need to know.
He got big balls?
The public needs to know. How big are your feet?
If he got big feet, do he got big dick?
I don't know.
Cut it.
I don't know.
Cut it.
Okay, so back to the movie.
Sorry, that's my...
How long was that? I think that was it was like a 6-minute rant.
None of it made any sense, and all I just said was like and
CIA.
Pauses. CIA? Was it NASA? I don't remember.
This is all gonna stay in though.
Sorry, everybody. I'm one of those crazy people.
Okay, so back to the movie. Yeah. I'm sorry. My chair got really squeaky all of a sudden. I don't know why. I need to get some oil on that bad boy.
Yeah, get some fucking WD-40, dog.
So back to the movie. What were we even talking about?
We literally hadn't even gotten past the first like 10 minutes of the movie.
And then Roy, I can't say that name very well. Roy's out here building train sets.
I love Roy. Roy is such a cool dad. I mean, he kind of sucks because he just like abandons his family, but like he's great. He's just like a big kid. I genuinely thought at the beginning that he was like their big brother or something.
Yeah,
he's the dad, straight up father.
And yeah, so he goes out and does whatever with his job, or he tries to do whatever, and then almost gets abducted.
He's an electrician, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he tries to like, because there's a lot of power outages.
Power outages there's because of the UFOs.
Yeah, exactly. And I heard a goose. It honked. Yeah, and he gets fucking... he doesn't get abducted.
No, but they try to.
They try. Well, I don't know if they try to, but they...
Well, I mean, they shine this bright-ass light on him.
Yeah, but...
And all the shit in the car goes all nutty.
Yeah. Maybe they did try to, because it's almost like he was being pulled up, but they put him back down.
Yeah, I think they tried to.
Okay.
But weren't very good.
Anyway,
at it.
he gets fired because he doesn't go do his job. He gets lost. And
Is that even why he got fired?
I don't
because
know.
they don't want to talk to him. I think it's because he
saw aliens.
and the government is like trying to
The Men in Black.
the government is trying to like stop all that.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, and after he's supposed to, go help with the power outages, he just starts following the UFOs. Because there's, 3 or 4 of them
Yep.
that come around? Well, what I don't understand is there's 3, like, spacecrafts, and then there's, like, a red dot that follows them.
Yeah.
Like a red sphere. What is that?
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe we missed that. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's another baby ship.
Maybe it is a baby ship. It's hard to say because the lights and the crafts kind of meld together, so that part is kind of hard to see like what's what, at least in the beginning where they're like moving around and stuff like that. But yeah,
And then we can't keep going on without talking about the little baby boy Barry.
That's okay. First of all, one thing I would like to say, and one thing that bothered me throughout the whole movie, is how stupid their names are. Everybody's names are just
Barry, Roy, Jillian. What was the Ronnie?
Yeah, his wife's name was Ronnie, and their kids were like Pat and like Sylvia,
Yeah, I think Sylvia was the girl.
and there was another boy. And
They're
their
unimportant.
Barry is such a dumb name for a fucking
It's the
toddler.
70s.
That's true, but don't
What
name
are you
your
gonna
kid
name
Barry.
him? Barenthal?
Bartholomew. That's what I said.
Bartholomew is a dumber name for a toddler than Barry.
I guess.
Hey, boop, 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 boop.
No.
Fun fact, he did all of his scenes in one take.
The kid?
Yeah.
Wow, what a fucking genius.
Also, Stanley Kubrick saw this movie and saw how good he was and cast him as the little boy in The Shining.
No way.
Yep, based
I
off
haven't
this movie.
I haven't seen The Shining, so.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
I didn't
crazy.
realize that until I looked at the IMDb trivia.
Yeah.
So all that shit
awesome.
starts going nutty. All the
My favorite scene of the whole movie
Yeah.
is when the UFOs fly by and he goes, ice cream!
yeah.
Because they look like cones. He goes, ice cream! That's so funny. And that was
yeah.
me. I literally was like, that's me.
Yeah. So after that, some stuff starts going a little nutty, People start going crazy.
Yeah.
The
Well,
government starts doing cool shit.
I don't know if they... I like how there's 2 like separate stories. It's the stories of the people that are like having these visions in their mind of this mountain, and then it's the stories of like the government finding all these missing ships, and then understanding that the tone is a what
Like
is
a
it called?
language.
Yeah, and it's
a message.
numbers, and it's a what's that called? Well, the longitude and latitude.
It's called longitude and latitude.
No. But the numbers.
Longitude and latitude.
No.
Digits, data, numbers.
No.
What are you looking for?
The tone it comes up as numbers, and it's a point of reference.
It's like an address.
No,
What are you looking for?
the word
What-
that it's called.
Yeah, what word is that?
That's my fucking point, Luke. Oh my god. They say it in the movie. What is it called? I'm gonna freak out.
Coordinates.
Yes. Thank you. Why are you being such an asshole?
I wasn't being such an asshole.
You
I
were.
said 10 words. None of them were right. And then I was trying to figure it out too.
What you mean? That was what I mean. Yeah, thank you. The tones were coordinates, and it was in Wyoming, and it was the fucking Devil's Tower or whatever it's called.
Ooh.
And they set up like their military base on it. So there was like 2 separate stories. But yeah, the aliens. It's not very clear what happens, but these people that were like very close to the UFO
UFOs.
sightings, UFOs sightings, had these like memories implanted in their brains and they all started like drawing stuff, and Roy
Build a model.
built a whole model and
Yep.
made his family leave him.
Yep.
Because he
Which,
put it in his kitchen.
What I think is so interesting is for most of the movie, you don't understand what that is. Like, you get that it's a mountain, but you don't understand what it's in reference to. And then, like, about halfway, I think, they kind of reveal the whole coordinates with Devil's Tower. And then you're like, okay, so that's what they're drawing, and then you don't understand why they're drawing it. Like it still doesn't exactly make sense why they're having these visions or anything.
Yeah.
And then when they're going up Devil's Tower, and they're Roy and Jillian are talking about like very specific aspects of the mountain that they have never been to, never even heard of. And they're like, yeah, once we cross this, there's a clearing up here, and then we go and take a right or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, well, why? And then at the end, the aliens like give all the people back, and you're like, oh, that's why, because the aliens were saying, hey, bro, we finna go here.
We finna go here and leave all them people that have been left behind.
Yeah, we want Roy.
And it was, yeah, I think Roy wanted them.
I think he did, yeah.
But it was also really interesting how, like, at first when they had this mountain pictured in their head, they were building peaks, and then Roy like was getting so mad, and he took off part of the mountain, and it was a flat top, and he was like, holy shit,
yeah,
that's what I need to be like working on, like a flat top mountain. Because
he keeps saying it's so wrong, and you see Jillian throw away paintings and stuff
because they feel it's wrong. Yeah,
and then he has that epiphany.
Well, because there's a newscast on the TV about how there's this big chemical spill in Wyoming by the Devil's Tower, and they see it, and they're like, oh, that's it.
Well, yeah, but they make that connection there, but that's after he already figured out that it was a flat top.
I know, but I'm just saying, he sees that he is, and that is what it is when the newscast comes on.
Yeah,
he's sitting in his kitchen with his giant sculpture, and that newscast comes on, and he sees that that's it, and he knows where he needs to go.
Yeah.
And,
also,
yeah.
Also, Roy's kids suck.
What?
Roy's kids suck.
Yeah.
The kid calls him a crybaby for having a mental breakdown.
Yeah.
Shut up, kid.
That's some
You got a fucking bowl cut and you can't do math, you idiot.
That's true. He's also like way too, like, he's trying to be too masculine.
Yeah, I mean, he's an asshole, dude.
Yeah,
he's such a kid. He's the kid who's in the beginning like, I don't understand fractions. And it's like, bro, just fucking learn
Roy's
it. I don't
so
know.
funny. That part you started laughing at where he was like, anytime now.
Yeah, in the beginning.
Whatever answer
like,
comes to your mind.
Yeah, it's so funny, and he just lets it hit the train.
He tries to teach him fractions by using like a model train, and it's gonna hit the other part of the train, and he's like, any answer, anytime now. So good. Fucking all of them are stupid, and I mean, like, I don't know. I want to be like sympathetic because I know how hard that must be on that whole family, and like they're probably right to leave him, but also he's obviously having a mental breakdown.
I can be sympathetic to the mom. I don't think I can be sympathetic to the kids.
No, the kids are just assholes. Yeah, but I'm talking
the mom is like
Jillian.
Trying.
No, Ronnie.
Yeah,
the mom's
Ronnie's
Ronnie.
like trying.
Yeah.
Well, it will be Jillian.
Spoiler alert. Also, in the midst of all of this, by the way, Barry gets fucking stolen.
Abducted.
Abducted. And that's when the fog comes in, also, by the way, which we never really talked about.
That's that scene that you were talking about. That's the, like, famous sequence in this movie.
I know. The fog comes, and the aliens come with it, and then they, like, focus on this house. Because they want Barry.
Yeah, and I think... So I don't know any of these actors' names, but that performance that she gives after Barry gets abducted and she's sprinting and running, I think is a really powerful performance. I think that's a great little sequence there. And also it's really the one time I think in this movie that is like scary. I don't know if it's scary, but it's like tense. I
don't think the aliens are trying to be like scary, like how they are and Signs. I don't think they're trying to be like that at all, and you see at the end that that's not how they are at all.
Yeah,
but it's still like terrifying. All the red light is so intimidating and frightening, and I'm sure, I mean, obviously it's gonna be like,
well, I think that I agree with you, but I disagree in this one specific point, because they're like fucking with them for some reason. And I think it goes against kind of how the aliens act for the rest of the movie, because they are like desperately trying to bust in and take this kid.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, and when I see that, I'm like, okay, why?
Yeah.
You know, maybe there's something I missed. Maybe it's because like, I guess he did go like play with the alien.
Barry wanted to go see the aliens. Like he wasn't scared at all.
So maybe you're right, and they weren't trying to like fuck with them and scare them. They were just wanted to give him an opportunity to come.
To come because he wanted to.
And as simple pea-brained humans, we can't understand their emotions.
But kids have like the biggest brains.
Yeah, they do.
They got
They
the big
do.
brains.
They
And of
do.
course, like Jillian didn't understand this because she just sees somebody trying to take her kid. Mm-hmm. But Barry's like, no, Ma, I want to go, dog.
Ma,
Let me go.
I want to go.
I want to go see the aliens.
Yeah. So then we get to what I think is one of the coolest points in this movie, where we see like all the India stuff,
Oh,
where all the people are chanting,
Oh, yeah.
and we start to unravel the whole like
Beeping
music
and
part of it.
Tonal.
Yeah,
stuff.
and we start to learn that like he's correlating sign language with music or the tones and all that stuff, which I think is just so cool.
It's
So
smart. It's a smart way to like unravel what the aliens are doing, what they want to do, if it's a language or not.
Yeah. Oh my God, we forgot to say this is directed by Steven Spielberg, 1977,
Bitch.
and
the greatest
composed by John Williams.
the greatest combo of all. Name a better duo than John Williams and Steven Spielberg.
There isn't.
There isn't. Genuinely.
I think he's used him for almost all of his movies.
good.
Like one.
Good. Because John Williams fucking deserves
Yeah,
it.
John Williams is a fantastic composer.
I'm gonna say it. I stand John Williams. I
We all
always
do.
have.
Unproblematic king.
We don't know. I know nothing about John Williams other than he is an old white man who is very talented in composing.
Oh, well, statistically, probably problematic.
Probably. It seems like everybody is.
But yeah, I can't believe we forgot to say that.
Yeah. Well, you usually say that, but you were too busy fighting me, so.
Yeah. So there's a lot to talk about in this movie, but I really, really want to focus on the ending because I think that is some of the best
Yeah, I
alien
feel
movie
like
stuff ever.
We were honestly for the past 30 minutes we've literally just been going scene by scene, which
Yeah.
we don't do. So
We don't do anymore. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just let's go to the end. Fuck it.
Please talk about the end because the ending is so amazing.
The ending solidified my like eternal love for this movie.
Yeah.
How
so-
perfect it was to
yeah,
me.
when they get up there, you're like, okay, well, what's going on? And then they start playing the tone and playing it faster and faster. And what I also really like is that they like describe what they are doing to modify the pitches. Like they're saying go up a perfect fifth and all that kind of
Yeah.
shit to do that. I think that is so cool. Yeah, I think that's awesome. And then it gets to a point where the music that they're playing and the music that the alien is playing back is scoring the movie.
Yeah.
And it is the underlying music for the scene that's going on.
Yeah.
And that is something I've never seen before. I
It's
think.
crazy.
It's so
It's
cool.
crazy how they do that. How they thought about that.
Yeah.
Geniuses.
Genii.
Geniuses.
It's just so good, man. Like this movie is, it's good. I think it's a solid like 7 up until the ending.
Oh, I was like,
And then
are
the
you
ending
high?
pushes it
Yeah.
to be something better.
Because it is, I wouldn't say it's one note, but it's very like stagnant throughout the movie.
Yes, it's very-
it's interesting and it holds you, but there's not like a really big moment that you're just like, whoa, until the end. Holy shit. Because everything comes to fruition. Like they find the side of the mountain and the aliens come and they do all their beepity boopity bops. And then
They're booty beppos.
all the missing people come back.
Mm-hmm.
That is nuts. Like they open up their little alien hatch. Also, by the way, there is a giant spaceship,
Yeah.
and because like all you see throughout most of the movie is those like 4 or 5 little spaceships that float around and the ice cream spaceships, and then fucking ginormous like cityscape of a freaking spaceship. Oh, it's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
The design of that spaceship is crazy.
Yeah. I agree. It's amazing how beautiful this movie is.
It is,
Like
yeah.
all the spaceship stuff is just gorgeous.
Yeah,
You know,
all the lights they've used, like all
yeah.
the sounds that they
the
use.
sound is amazing.
Yeah.
The lighting is awesome. It's just so, it's something you've never seen before.
Yeah, really.
You know, and I think that even in
This just
like
it feels like an alien movie.
Yeah.
This is what an alien movie should
even
feel like.
now when we've watched 5 alien movies already or whatever.
Yeah.
This is still something brand new.
Yeah, that's what. Because when I went, literally the only 2 alien movies I've seen, E.T. and I'm gonna say it, Lilo and Stitch.
It is an alien movie.
It is. And it blows my mind because I had like one idea of an alien movie in my head, and all of them have been different. Like, all of them have just been something different, like a different take on what aliens would do if they came here, like what humans would do if we see them, and it's just and what they look like.
Yeah, and this is the one that you like thought you were gonna watch like 10 of.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's what I want.
Yeah.
This is like the pinnacle of alien movies, in my opinion. Yeah. Obviously. But yeah, back what I was saying was all the missing people were brought back. All the pilots were brought back. All the people on the ship were brought back. And then Barry, little baby Barry, was so happy. Barry. He was like, I saw the aliens. I loved it.
Yep. And then they send all those poor bastards to never return again.
Oh yeah, those like the French guy goes up to Roy and he's like, hey, I envy you. Yeah. Let's put you on that fucking ship.
Yep.
And you get all those cool ass like astronauts with their sunglasses and their space suits on, and then you have Roy coming up who's like giddy as fuck. Yep. Like, I'm gonna go.
No book bag, nothing.
No, nothing.
He just has the clothes on his back. So what I'm a little confused on, and the movie doesn't exactly explain. Maybe I missed it, but did the aliens take the other astronauts as well, or did they just take Roy?
It seemed like they only took Roy.
Yeah.
I don't know if they went. I think we only really saw Roy going into the spacecraft.
I like to think that they only took Roy.
Yeah.
Because he's special. Also, he's gonna get so much alien.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
He's gonna have sex with so many aliens. Is what I'm saying.
I didn't want to hear what you were gonna say. Yeah, that's probably what he wants. He said, "Fuck Ronnie, fuck Jillian. Let
me get these
some alien titties."
Hey, bruh.
I wonder what the one thing about this movie that I did not like, which made no sense to me, is like when the aliens like emerged from the ship, that one weird like daddy long leg alien came out.
Yeah.
And none of the other aliens look like it.
I think it's probably just like the queen or something.
But even then, why would it look like that?
That's a good question. I do love the like childhood wonder of the aliens when they're out.
And that's what's so cool, and that's what I love, is that not like the humans are obviously in that childlike state of wonder with the aliens, but I feel like the aliens are in that same state with the humans.
Yeah, and which would make sense.
Yeah,
right?
Because they're
like, holy shit, what are these things?
Yeah, and obviously like they abducted all those people, but now they've seen all these new people, and they're connecting for the first time on Earth. Like, that's crazy. And they're like, even the one scene where they start doing the sign language back to each other, and the alien like smiles is just like, oh,
it's so good, man. It's so good.
It is. I loved it so much.
It's great. It's a great movie. It's again, it's beautiful. It's amazing that this came out in 1977. You know,
what were we talking about? How Predator came out 10 years after that fucking movie?
Yeah, and it looks worse.
Terrible. Predator is fucking awful. And then you have this movie that was 10 years earlier, and the graphics look amazing. The CGI or whatever the fuck they use looks amazing.
I think they were probably models.
Probably. But they definitely weren't humans in alien suits, and I will take that as a victory.
They might have been. No, I think they were probably little kids in alien suits.
You think so?
Yeah, I definitely think so.
But there was definitely like, well, I guess
I don't think that was CGI at all. I think that was a kid in an alien suit.
I don't know.
It still looked good though, but also they did.
But you couldn't tell it was a kid in an alien suit.
True.
But with like Predator, that was a literal human body with a fucking squid head on top of it.
The other thing is they kept them in darkness. Like, they didn't put them in daylight. You know?
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah, they had a light shined on them, but it wasn't like you could very visibly see them. You know, so they did what Signs started to do and then failed to do.
Damn.
Which is hide your alien a little bit.
Hide your alien.
Make it hard to see. Alien did that too. Hide your alien, make it hard to see, so that you can't tell that it's just a dude in a suit or just a picture on a movie.
Yeah.
So when we rank the aliens, are we ranking both aliens like at once, or are we ranking them individually? Are we ranking the overall alien presence?
What do you mean?
Like, we've been ranking the
look of the aliens.
Yeah, so are we ranking them as a conglomerate, or are we ranking them separately? Like, little alien, big alien, those are both into the category or into the ranking, Or are we putting them as one and saying Close Encounters of the Third Kind aliens are this? You have no idea what I'm saying.
I am so confused.
There are two different aliens in this movie. The daddy long legs and the regular alien. Right?
Oh.
Are we counting them both?
I would genuinely just count the
Greys.
The Greys, because you only see one of those, and what the fuck was that?
Okay, so I put the Greys at 3. I put it under District 9, under Alien, above Predator, and above Signs.
What was our original ranking?
District 9, Alien, Predator, Signs.
Yeah, you're probably right.
So,
because District 9 was awesome, and Alien, like, you can't beat Alien. Well, District 9 can, but other than that, like,
yeah, they're just I think those two are really close to each other, and then this is like a pretty far back number 3.
I don't know about that.
It's
maybe just because I love.
It's a well done classic rendition of what you think an alien is.
Yeah, and I think if I had seen this, like, no, I don't know what I was trying to say. Because I don't know, because again, like, this version of an alien is what everybody thinks an alien looks like, and I think that's why we rank District 9 and Alien itself so high. It's just because you don't see aliens like that. That's not what people see aliens like. So it was a really cool rendition of what an alien could be.
Mm-hmm. And this is just this is like a 5.
This is I think
because I think it's like smack dab in the middle. Like, this is, if you're better than this if you're creative and it looks good. You're worse than this if you're either not creative and it looks bad, or creative and it looks bad. Like, I'm saying, this is the benchmark of what we compare aliens to.
Yeah. I get that. Yeah, okay. I will agree with you.
Okay. Do you have any final thoughts on this film?
It was so good.
Yeah, it was really good.
I think it's been my favorite so far, because really, like, I love Signs so much, but that fucking ending scene just ruined it for me with that shitty ass alien. Like, it was just too
District
cheesy.
9 has the cheesiness.
District 9 has also the cheesiness, but even then, like, District 9 was way better. I think District 9 was better than Signs for me.
Yeah, right.
But it's good shit.
So I think we've talked about this in the podcast before, but it's always hard to, like, talk about movies like this that we are both so, like, lovey about, because it's hard to point out one specific scene in the movie that is so good that it stands out to the rest, because everything is so good.
Yeah.
You know? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's all I had to say.
Okay. But I think the ending scene stood out, no?
Well, yeah, that's true.
You literally just said that.
That's true. Cut it. So,
fucking moron.
So, Melissa, what are you going to give this movie?
I'm gonna give it a 10.
You're gonna give it a 10?
I
Wow.
am, because I love it. Like, that is everything that I wanted in an alien movie so far. And, like, I just it felt so good. It felt so homey. Like, it just felt like a good story. I loved it. I'm gonna give it a 10. Fuck it.
I'm giving it a 9.
Okay, good.
Right up there with Signs and District 9 for me.
Yeah. I think this has, like, I don't know why, but it feels nostalgic to me. I think that's why it like fair. Catapulted to a 10.
That's fair.
I love this movie.
Okay, so let's give them a little tease for next week. I actually did have one other thing I wanted to talk about.
Okay, great.
Do you know what the different Close Encounters are?
What do you mean?
Like, Close Encounters are a real thing, right? It's a real classification system. So do you know what the first, second, and third kinds are?
No.
Okay.
I didn't even know.
I'm pretty sure that the fourth kind is made up.
Oh, okay.
But I could be wrong. Okay, so Close Encounters of the First Kind. Visual sightings of an unidentified flying object seemingly less than 500 feet away that show an appreciable angular extension and considerable detail.
That's one?
Yep.
Okay.
Second kind, a UFO event in which a physical effect is alleged. This can be interference in the functioning of a vehicle or electronic device. Most of the movie is second kind, right? Mm-hmm. The third kind is UFO encounters in which an animated entity is present. These include humanoids, robots, and humans who seem to be occupants or pilots of a UFO.
Okay.
Now, this plays into the movie that we're going to watch next week, because the movie we're going to watch next week is Close Encounters of the Fourth Kind. Uh-huh. And I think Fourth Kind, I don't know if it's actually part of that or if it was added or anything, but it's Fourth Kind is like supposed to be abductions.
Oh,
So-
oh, you just spoil it for me.
No, you have no idea what this movie is about.
Oh, okay.
I promise you don't know what this movie is.
Okay.
Anything you write, I promise you is wrong.
Okay. I will say something though. I'm looking back at my I feel like are we allowed to like change our shit at the end of the season?
I don't think so. Last season we didn't, and we just had to stick by what we thought at the time. Even though, like, because I was listening to the season 1 recap a couple days ago, and I was listening to how I talked about like regretting like 5 different ratings that I gave.
The what?
But the recap that we did,
I know, but what did you say?
the ratings, I regretted like 5 different ones that
Oh,
we gave.
yeah,
or that I
yeah.
gave.
Okay.
So I don't think so.
Well,
But-
because like I feel like as like the movies go on, they kind of sit with you and you see which ones that you think were better than others. Because I'm looking now and I don't know how this happened, but I apparently gave Signs and District 9 the exact same grade of an 8.5.
I did too. I gave them both a 9.
Really?
Yeah, I thought they were both great. I think Signs is amazing until the end.
Yeah.
And even the end is still good. It just looks bad.
And then
I think
District 9 is like,
just like
amazing but cheesy.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick by my fucking 3 for Predator. Fuck Predator.
We can talk about. We can have further conversations about this. Give us your thoughts.
Yeah. What do you think we should
Email
do?
us.
Should you, like,
DM us? Comment. Whatever.
Text us if you have our number.
Yeah. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Everybody. Close Encounters of the Fourth Kind next Friday.
Thanks.
Yeah. Thanks. Go watch it. I'm not sure where you can watch it. I have a DVD. So.
Oh,
Sorry.
cool. This is like the first DVD we've used. We used
I think it is.
no. Well, the one I specifically remember was Paddington from last year because
Oh, yeah, 'cause
Justin
Justin has,
Carpenter
like, 10.
has like fucking 700 Paddington DVDs. Paddington 2 specifically. Sorry.
Yep. All right, everybody. Thank you guys for coming out and listening to this week's episode. We will be back next Friday.
Yes.
With-
Close Encounters of the Fourth Kind.
Yep.
Is it Steven Spielberg again?
No.
Damn it.
This
No
has
John
nothing
Williams?
to do with this movie.
That sucks. It's not like a sequel?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fucking stupid. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
See ya,
Bye.
everybody.